why every man, why every creative man, why you need the full archetype, right? Before we get into why this is so important and how it can help you and how you can apply this from today, what the bloody hell's an archetype? Well, in the Green Man system, we approach it in the manner of, in basic terms, an archetype is like a symbol, a character, a motif that shows up a lot in dreams, in stories, in, well, comic books, wherever you want to look, wherever people are using imagination in themselves or in creation, archetypes show up. What they offer you is authorship. Archetypes offer authorship, authority. They allow you to understand yourself better and the world better, and they empower you to write your own story. Get me? Right, so, the Fool. Here we go. Gizmo 8. Thank you so much. Why this matters for men. Look, many men feel creatively blocked, right? Stiff. Right? They struggle to get their back off the wall and dance without the sauce, without the, you know what. They are clagged, right? It's this stiffness, right? And if they do take them, it's loosen up, right? Yeah, this is very important, to be loose, to enable yourself to be free in this manner, so you are not stuck in your own head overthinking. Right, you know, the overthinking, the big, constantly, right, overthinking instead of acting, leading to procrastination. If you find yourself procrastinating, more than often than not, you're using your own imagination against yourself to imagine failure and such things, and preventing yourself from entering into action because you don't want to look a plonker. Right? You don't want people to point at you and go, "You're rubbish." Okay, so society, big broad stroke society, it tends to push men towards either like being overly serious, stiff and controlled, maybe a bit pent up and or like the other extreme, a kind of a wet flannel sucking baby boy still chewing on his blankie. Yeah. So one of the most powerful ways to open up and break free from this is the Fool. And this video is going to give you a little taster of how you can apply this to free yourself up right away. Free yourself up from today. This video is a response to a comment on the last video. The name slips my mind. That's not professional, is it? But the video was why the world needs creative men, and someone brought up the Fool. So I thought I'd offer this video to go a little bit deeper into how the Green Man system enjoys and utilises the Fool so you can use it. So I'll break down why every creative man, every man really, needs the Fool. What's stopping you, what might be stopping you from embracing the Fool, and how to bring it into your life right now. Okay, we're off. What the Fool is and why do you need it? The Fool, right? F-O-O-L, like the court jester, the Fool, right? Often very misunderstood, okay? As just an idiot, right? Just being stupid, silly, and totally carefree. But, man, the Fool is also about fearless creativity. Fearless creativity, risk-taking, and using play. Are you able to allow yourself to play? And can you allow yourself to use play as a way to get things moving? Because if there's one thing the Fool is about, it is getting things moving. Let's have a look at the Green Man glyph. Here's one I made earlier. Look at this. Okay, this is the Green Man glyph. Right, a central point of the Green Man system. The structure inside has archetypes mapped to it. You've got the king, the slave, yeah, the warrior, the poet, the priest, the prophet. The point where all roads meet is the lover. And the circle around it all is the fool. Yeah, the fool is the circle, or the egg, you could say. Now, if we take this structure here, without the circle, what can happen in a man who is structured and well ordered internally and externally is the stiffness. May exhibit signs of success, have a good car, have a job that they think's all right, all of this good stuff, not bad stuff, right? Good stuff's going on, but there is a sense of stiffness that takes over without the fool around it all to keep curious, to keep playful, and to keep things moving. Now, if you take the fool, right, without the structure, well, this person can end up, very chaotic, maybe addicted to drugs, right? And there's no sense of order, there's no sense of progression, there's no sense of cohesive logic occurring. It's just kind of woo, like that. So, do you see? The fool is needed to keep the structure moving. If the fool is not involved and able to take the mick out of the king, of the slave, and etc., well, then it can get very stiff and your life may feel very stiff, uncreative and boring, right? So it needs to work together. Every creator, entrepreneur, performer and so forth has some connection to the fool, whether they realise it or not. If you never allow yourself to step into your foolishness, or into the fact that you do not know it all, that in many realms you are an idiot. I am an idiot in so many ways, shapes and forms. But instead of cowering like a Dumbledore and like trying to hide it and appear like, I know. You don't know. There is so much you don't know. And it's the embracing of that not knowing which gives the structure of self an exciting edge to dancing. Right? An edge of uncomfortability where adventure can occur. Right? Where new ideas, new shapes, new forms, new imaginings can spring from. So it's an immensely creative attribute to be able to embrace your not knowingness. And the fool, I'll try to avoid too many esoteric wormholes here, but the fool around it all embraces the paradox of living. This is an ever deepening mystery we are in. Yeah. The fool embraces paradoxes like I am because I am not. And you are the prisoner, the jailer, and the prison itself. And the fool is how you shake things up when you need to shake things up and keep moving so you don't become stiff and dogmatic, because dogmatism is not a creative state of being. So when men suppress the fool, fear of looking stupid can come over, right? Conditioned to avoid embarrassment. Right? No, I know. Right? I know. Yeah. Failure. Avoiding failure. You need to fail and fail again to succeed in things you want to do. If you imagine a great, bloody, tremendous project you want to trumpet forth and complete, you're going to have to fail and fail and fail and fail again until you complete it. That failure is really feedback, and the fool is stepping off the edge of the cliff and going for it. Yeah, embracing that. So when the fool is suppressed, well, you can't really get out of stoppers because of that fear of failure and that fear of uncertainty, right? You know, that kind of nice hippie phrase like, hey man, the only constant is change. right? Something in it. Uncertainty is certain. So embracing that, getting into it and flowing into it is an attribute of a fool. Another way men suppress the fool and what can happen and the cost of suppressing the fool is needing to appear in control. Yeah, the king has this kind of tyrannical hat on, right, and this desire, right, to always appear and control every little facet and thing. But it's kind of an impossible and ridiculous endeavour to do that. And again, it leads to a very uncreative state of being. You know, there might be a desire to always appear as this stoic thing, which is ridiculous in and of itself. You might appear as this stoic thing, and that's great in lots of different areas. You know, stoicism for the king, for the warrior. Of course, man. We've got to step up like that in certain times and embrace the amor fati, embrace the events that can occur to us and embrace the shit that fate hands us. Yeah? But also, can you dance and just play about and be silly with your kids? Can you be foolish like that? Capable, seriousness takes over, shutting down creative impulses. Yeah, when the fool is suppressed, also there can be shame around just pure playfulness in a sober fashion. Right? You don't need to do this and this to be playful. You were playful as a child, right? At some point. There was some point, surely, when you were playful as a child. That is a natural attribute which you can access now. Incredibly creative state of being. As boys, we naturally experiment, right? Messing around, creating freely. You might took a radio apart just to see what's there because you were curious. It's a very foolish activity. And there's a lot to be learned in that. And then we're taught to grow up. Okay, of course, we got to mature and get on in the world, of course. Right, but also it can be a suppression of that playful, curious energy. You with me? So the cost, man, I've got a drippy nose. The cost of rejecting the fool, what is it? It's creative stagnation. Right? Creative stagnation, perfectionism, and a life lived inside a tinsy, small, safe, known box. With the fool, you can be open, right? You can have the structure and have a well-ordered sense of becoming and being in yourself and in your life, but also you find the edge and you dance there, right? And embrace the playfulness of living. Good. So, how the fool unlocks your creativity, some practical steps. Okay, this is how you can go forward and apply this today, now, as a man, as a creative man. Permission. Oh my God, that idea. What an idea that is. So many of us are waiting around for permission to do things that don't hurt anyone else. And we just kind of wait for someone else to go, oh, tick, you're permitted. You've got the grade to walk there. Yeah, ridiculous. So, permission to play. The fool gives you that permission. Your not knowingness, your curiosity, your sense of adventure gives you the permission to simply step out and do things. Creativity doesn't come from forcing ideas. Right? It's an open, receptive state of being that sometimes requires the warrior to see things through, of course, but also allowing randomness to occur, humour and unpredictability. So the question for you is, what is something that you would not normally do, you kind of want to do, it seems a bit silly, that you can do today? Go for a bike ride and go yippee as you go down a hill. Dance to reggae in your pants, yeah, with a stupid hat on, right? Whatever. Just find something that's non-harmful to yourself and others, that's a bit silly, makes you a bit uncomfortable, and do it. That one activity can open up your whole day, your whole way of thinking, your whole approach to projects, to endeavours, and to how you interact with other people. You will be astonished. So the fear of failure, the fool isn't afraid to fail publicly. Can you weave that in? Embracing the fear of failure, embracing the flop like a clown. It removes resistance to doing new things, to seeing them through. So in your work as a fella, as a creative man, dude, how can you use the fool in your work? Whether it's music, writing, business, bricklaying, public speaking, right? How can you bring that sense of risk and spontaneity into what you create? Yeah, just little touches to shake things up in a beneficial way. So now for the one immensely practical way that you can begin is a daily fooling practice, right? Just fooling around for the sake of fooling around, right? Move, speak, act, dance, get in your body. Don't just be up in the head. We suffer a lot with noggin-itis in this world, right? The head is like swollen headedness. Come into your body. Set a timer for 2 minutes and just move like an innie. Move in a way that is ridiculous and uncomfortable for you. You can have a bit of music on if you like. And it, over time, rewires your brain to embrace that edge, embrace that stupidity. So, right, I'm doing this a lot. So what's a way that I can move in 2 minutes that is awkward and stupid and makes me uncomfortable? Yeah. Find a gesture, develop it, amplify it, set a time for 2 minutes. Be a numpty. Just allow yourself to be a numpty for 2 minutes in your day. Yeah. If you are in your business and stuff, you will be surprised how embracing your numptiness can empower your business as a king in this world, right? As a warrior. If you're well into the gym and you get yourself massive and you're doing your MMAs and stuff like that, well, can you bring the lightness, and what can 2 minutes of just moving like a numpty do for you? It'll free things up, so it will, because the fool is curiosity. The fool is curiosity and your sense of adventure. So that was a thing about the fool, about why every creative man could do with embracing the fool archetype. If you are into this, please comment below. If you're not into this, comment below. Whatever, just comment below, right? Click the subscribe button, click that like button, all of that usual stuff that everyone on YouTube says. It's much appreciated in this growing Green Man System endeavour. If you want a free exercise to get into your imaginal realm and use your imagination to clear your own mental blocks, there's that in the description below. And also get in contact about the men's group if this work is tickling your nuggets. All right, much love. Yeah, create or be created. This is your life. You are the creator. Lean into it, man. Lean into it. Much love.